Those who watched the sermon yesterday got to hear a story about my buddy Ian and I playing squash at the leisure center here. What you didn't get to hear was the end of the story. So for those who didn't hear any of it, here's a quick recap. In 1990, the city of Estevan built a leisure center and they put 2 squash courts in it. The squash courts had glass back walls in them. And my buddy Ian, who's 2 years younger than me, we were playing squash there one night and he hit a ball that went to the back wall and I went running back and hit the glass wall and I just blew right through it. It shattered like hockey glass and I ended up on the floor and I was all cut up and the little girl at the desk didn't know what to do. She was all freaked out and so they didn't do anything for us actually. It ended up that Ian put me in his truck and drove me over to the emergency room. And so we sat in the emergency room for a while because I needed stitches. And eventually this nurse came to the door and she called me in. So I got up to go to the back and get these stitches. And Ian comes with me. And so we're walking into the back and this nurse stops at this sign that says no admittance, family only, and looks at Ian as if to say, "What are you doing, buddy?" And he looks at her with the straightest face of all and he says, "It's okay. I'm his father." And then she threw him out. I love that story. If I had $1 for every time I've told that story, I'd be rich by now. In fact, if I had $1 for every Ian story I've ever told, I'd be rich because they're just funny. I love that story because it makes me laugh. I think it's just really funny. I'm his father. Sarah has found a TV program on that we've been watching recently on BBC Canada. It's called Top Gear, and we've been watching this show. It's like a car show for crazy people. These guys go and take these old cars and they jump them over things, and they're always pulling pranks on each other. The other day, one of them wired the horn on the car to another guy's brake pedal. So every time he touched the brake, the horn went off, and he put the horn inside the car. That's pretty funny. They've done other things too where they've stuck CDs in a stereo and then they clicked it to one track like Phil Collins singing the same song over and over. And then they super glued all the buttons so the guy couldn't change the thing as he has to drive across Africa or something, listen to one Phil Collins song. That's pretty funny. We've been laughing at this show for a couple of weeks now. It's really good. Why am I telling you this? Well, the Ian story makes me laugh. Top Gear makes me laugh. I've been thinking we need some things that make us laugh. So we've been intentionally trying to find some things that give us some joy, some things that make us laugh out loud. It's easy to be serious, isn't it? Especially in this time. There's lots of serious things going on, and I'm not trying to deny how serious things are. But in our seriousness, sometimes the thing we need most is the thing that's missing the most, and that is a little bit of joy, a little bit of lightheartedness, a reminder that we can still laugh at some things. At our preachers' meetings, I've become famous for asking one question, and the one question I keep asking people is, what are you doing for fun? Preachers are notoriously overly serious, take themselves way too seriously. What are you doing for fun? I hope you can still find something fun. I hope you're still finding things that make you laugh. I still hope you're finding things that give you joy and hope. One of my favorite little prayers in the Bible comes from Romans 15. Paul prays this for his people. It's my prayer for us this week. It's my prayer for myself. He says, "May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit." May you overflow with hope today. May you overflow with joy today, because the Holy Spirit is with us.